Over the past 4 years, I've been collecting gear, one piece at a time, to build a budget-friendly, functional, and efficient home studio, a space where I can create music and share my creativity with the world. As someone who grew up playing many instruments and loving all things music, investing in a project like this was the ultimate goal. Although this setup will definitely see some changes and improvements in the future, the current workflow and efficiency of this space is perfect. Let's jump in. So starting off with the chair, this is nothing too special, just a gaming chair off of Amazon. It has a nice high back and it's pretty comfortable, which is great for those longer sessions. Moving on to the desk, this is just a standard wooden desk. I think I got it off of Facebook Marketplace for pretty cheap. It was a great deal and it has a ton of space, which is perfect for all the gear I need to store on the desk. So moving on to my desk, we just have a Logitech keyboard and mouse, nothing too fancy, and they get the job done really well. This is the Novation FL-Key 61. This is a MIDI keyboard that was specifically designed to be used and integrated with FL Studio, which is the DAW music software that I use to produce. This is an awesome keyboard and it integrates super well with FL. Behind the keyboard back there, you just have my Stream Deck Mini. I don't use this for actual live streaming, but rather for quickly switching between scenes and apps on my computer. For my monitors that I actually produce on, we just have two ASUS monitors. Nothing too special, they're just 165 Hz, which does make graphics and anything with visual editing a breeze. Above my monitors, which is kind of a little bit harder to see, you have my Logitech C920 webcam, and we also have a Logitech Brio 4K up here, which is just connected to this boom arm, which is actually on a clamp on my skateboard in the back there. And I basically just use this for when I used to do MIDI keyboard song covers. This webcam would record my MIDI keyboard. As of now though, I just use it for content creation. For lighting, whenever I do content creation, we just have two key lights. You can actually adjust the brightness as well as the light settings on these two key lights, so they're really good and they're height adjustable. Behind my MIDI keyboard, it is a little bit harder to see, but just behind there we have a USB port adapter because I have so many USBs and they need somewhere to go and they cannot all fit within my computer. On the left hand side of my desk, we have most of my equipment that is related to sound. So this is the audio interface that pretty much runs my entire setup. This is the Focusrite Scarlett Solo 2i2, the 2nd gen. Hooked up to that audio interface are these headphones. These are the Audio Technica M40X headphones. I got them because of their decent bass response and they're a really good option if you're on a budget and you still like a quality pair of headphones to produce with. The stand that they're on is just a standard IKEA headphone stand, nothing too special. You could probably even just DIY one yourself if you're on a budget, or not even use a headphone stand. It's kind of personal preference. The mic that I use, not that I actually record any vocals as I mainly do trap music, but when I do want to record a voiceover, I will use this mic, and this is the Audio Technica AT2020. It is the XLR version, which means that it connects to my audio interface via the XLR cable, and it also requires phantom power, which this audio interface provides perfectly. I also have a pop filter on this mic, which is this thing right here. Underneath the mic over here, we have, again, one of my another favorite pieces of gear. It may be small, but it's very, very powerful. This is the Lacy 2TB external SSD hard drive, and this is awesome for storing all of my large samples. Say I'm working on my laptop or on another device, it's super easy to just transfer this over and I'll have all of my sounds where I need them to be. Now, for my computer that runs this whole setup, this is actually originally a gaming PC that I upgraded some of its parts. It's still great for running music though. Now, below my desk here, we actually have probably my most favorite piece of equipment and the most functional piece of equipment in my setup, and these are the Yamaha HS7 studio monitors. They actually just arrived yesterday, so that's why they haven't even been unboxed yet. They're brand new and I'm super excited to use these in my setup. My previous studio monitors, which I didn't show in the video here, were my Presonus Eris 3.5s, and they were a great budget and beginner-friendly set of studio monitors, but one of them did break after about 3 years, so only sound was coming out of one, which was very unideal for mixing, and I'm sure that these will be a welcome upgrade to my setup. And another very important thing to note with the setup is that I will be transitioning to a new studio space in about 3 or 4 months, so the entire room and everything about this setup will most likely be changing. I'll be bringing along all of my gear, but I will be in an acoustically treated space, and I'll really be able to maximize the quality of the sound that I can produce. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you're excited to see how my setup is going to be evolving and changing in the future, be sure to subscribe and follow along for more.